Although ancient Egypt, in particular the Great Pyramids, undoubtedly garner the most attempts by academics the world over to explain the ancients' methods for construction. Plucky, tenacious, and brave as they may be, they struggle and fail time and time again in providing the proof to their claims. The burden of proof, clear to more than ever before, sitting firmly at their feet. We wait ever patient for the answers from those who claim to have established all the facts. The exposure of their glaring lack of evidence or any explanation finally revealing just how shaky and fund-infested this paradigm, or rather agenda, is. Yet we see the continuation of their claim that they were built by the Egyptians, even in the face of such a factual and logical opposition. Yet luckily for us, although the Great Pyramid's phony construction may now be etched into everybody's heads, as being built block by block, with ropes, whipped slaves, and rolled across logs, all thanks to this historical propaganda forced down our throats since childhood. Ancient Egypt also contains the smoking gun in regards to just how advanced this now lost civilization's stone-cutting technologies actually were. Not only in their ability to cut such stones, but indeed move, lift, and work with them, perfectly placing them upon one another, often of enormous sizes and with astonishing accuracy. These structures never requiring the use of mortar, perfectly aligned, perfectly built, and still standing thousands and thousands of years later. The unfinished obelisk, along with the many other megaliths we share on our channel, such as that of the toppled obelisk of Axum, or even the gargantuan blocks in Yangshan, many thousands of tons in weight, we feel, all clear evidence of the same civilization. It should be obvious to all who have spent any time exploring these megalithic sites that this civilization were clearly incredibly advanced, and that to suggest differing primitive civilizations, which according to the archaeological record are the only ever inhabitants of said sites, somehow came up with the same tools, techniques, and ability to move such enormous stones, sometimes thousands of tons in weight, hundreds of miles by sheer coincidence, should appear preposterous. Although some areas of Aswan Quarry exhibits the same diagonal tool marks as those found throughout Japan, China, Petra, and so on, the tool marks found upon the unfinished obelisk are some of the clearest scoop marks still visible anywhere on the planet. This ultimately due to the particularly extraordinary density of pink Aswan granite. Yet this civilization somehow seemingly scooped the granite as if it were ice cream. It has long been rumored that the ancients were able to melt stone, and we have indeed found compelling anomalies to back up such claims. Yet, instead of liquefying these stones with heat, did they once possess the ability to manipulate their atomic structure, perhaps via the utilization of sound resonance? It would explain why sound seemingly played such a significant role in the decorative choice made throughout antiquity, in particular ancient India, with many temples displaying columns shaped into 3D visualizations of sound frequencies, with some temples such as that of the Vitali having 12 columns intentionally built to resonate at specific frequencies when struck. Could these ancient stone-cutting tools not be cutting at all, but instead literally altering the stone's atomic structure? Everything within the universe is built on frequency. Every solid object simply created via the frequency of our dimension. If you change the frequency of something, it would vanish. Perhaps the many false doors we also find throughout antiquity were indeed portals. Perhaps the ancients mastered not only the manipulation of atomic frequency, but the successful synchronization with an entirely different dimension. Yet, I digress. I am beginning to suspect that it is not a matter of revising the many sites here upon our planet that will unravel how they achieved such feats, or just to what extent they had unraveled the secrets of the universe, but rather a case of our own technological development and our own understandings. Only then will we realize that they knew it all along. It is a journey which we find highly compelling.
Along with the many other unexplainable feats, undoubtedly left by a highly advanced, highly capable lost civilization, there are the countless examples of extreme precision stone cutting. Not only is this remarkable past capability visible in their many stone walls and fortresses alike, but also in their exquisite artwork. If we look upon the statues of ancient Egypt, for example, the symmetry, along with the proportional precision present within their statues, is not only perfection personified, but unquestionably far too advanced for the so-called academically claimed builders to have achieved. According to the academics, along with their subsequent supposed accurate writings, these extraordinary feats of artistic perfection were somehow created by a group of individuals who were merely equipped with copper tools. Not only is this claim clearly ignorant of reality, but to create such works of symmetrical accuracy was unquestionably the work of a group of individuals far more advanced than even that of the Victorians, let alone those who thrived along the banks of the Nile more than 3,000 years ago. Not only is this precision present along the Giza Plateau, but it is also found at ancient sites all around the world. Masterfully created statues and structures, often carved straight out of stone bedrock, with such vision and artistic prowess that many now presume that the individuals capable of such feats must have had advanced machinery at their disposal. Most of ancient India, for example, is created with such delicacy and exactness that we today could only accomplish the same with the utilization of modern machines. Furthermore, many scholars and independent researchers, even a number of highly recognized academic Egyptologists, have reluctantly concluded that many of the basalt, gypsum, and other vases shaped from extremely hard stones, and indeed a number of multi-ton sarcophagus lids, were indeed turned into the shapes we see them as today, on some kind of ancient, enormous lathe. This conclusion is made regardless of the fact that to create such enormous stoneworks on a lathe would have undoubtedly been out of the realms of capabilities for those who are currently claimed as their creators. Not only do the ornamental artifacts of Egypt and much further afield strongly indicate machined working, but there is also overwhelming evidence of these same machines reminiscent of modern stone-cutting equipment present all over the world. Yet, conveniently, it is quietly ignored by the same individuals who have supposedly unraveled the history of these sites. Pumapunku, Giza's basalt floor, other areas throughout Giza, Peru, Malta, the list goes on. All these sites not only indicate an advanced, highly capable constructor, but also possess countless marks that, as of yet, we can only explain logically as having been left by precision, quick rotation, stone-cutting machinery. They are yet another overwhelming collection of evidence, which not only flies in the face of current academic explanation, but proof of an advanced, now lost civilization, having once been responsible for these sites' construction. They are highly compelling. Our mission over the next few videos is to demonstrate why certain individuals that are currently attempting to claim ancient ruins we so often share on our channel were the work of academia's claimed constructors are not only vastly incorrect, but that they are also being selectively ignorant. We intend to demonstrate the reasons why this explanation as to their origins is a virtual impossibility, and also prove the level of advanced knowledge needed to construct them evades even our modern civilization. Roman and Greek civilizations undoubtedly contributed tremendous amounts to modern life, be it their technologies or building techniques. Architectural designs and ideas incorporated into structures that have survived millennia. However, there are many anomalous aspects of their academically claimed ruins that not only demonstrate unbelievable skill and precision, but are so advanced as to evade our own current understanding. One of these defining characteristics is undoubtedly polygonal masonry. Randomly shaped or possibly cast stones, with some, for example, found within Sacsayhuaman, reaching far into hundreds of tons, masterfully fitted together, constructed into walls and fortresses, with no utilization of mortars. These often enormous megalithic blocks, somehow placed together so perfectly that not only have they survived countless millennia, but are also earthquake-proof. These stone walls are a demonstration of what can be achieved if one had an astonishing intellect and indeed stone-building capabilities, these walls simply evade modern human explanation. No modern, or indeed any of the well-studied ancient civilizations, have ever demonstrated anything even near to the levels of refinement exhibited within these ancient walls, found all over the globe, yet ignored by academics the world over. How can certain individuals claim that academia's tale of events be accurate, yet seemingly overlook such astonishing feats of ancient engineering? How can one be expected to believe that the cultures currently claimed as having been responsible for such constructions did indeed complete such tasks, when they are, in reality, too advanced an undertaking even for our own modern civilization? As such, continuing to evade explanation. We feel that many of these individuals are merely towing a line rather than attempting to unravel that which they perceive as enigmatic and considerably controversial to their current supposed viewpoint. We feel there is no excuse for a diligent researcher to overlook these achievements when investigating such sites, or indeed attempting to unravel the secrets of our past. We also feel that if one attempts to explain away such sites, or merely overlook such features in favor of academic explanation, it is an indication of conspiratorial motives rather than that of an honest purveyor of discoveries. There are many unexplained features of the ancient world, many of which we intend to share over the coming videos, and if one merely wishes to convey an illusion of all-knowing, they are soon to become unstuck, just like the academia they so mindlessly follow, and we so vehemently disagree with. Due to these deliberate twisting of the facts, they are undoubtedly highly compelling.